everyone, it's Kristen, and today we're going to be doing this look that's inspired by American Horror Story Cult. And this is their promo photo for this season, and so we're going to try to recreate this look. And to begin, we're going to be putting my hair into a bald cap. So first I'm taking some water and making sure my hair is very much smoothed down with water and hairspray before putting on the bald cap. Once I do that, I use a glue stick to block out my eyebrows. We're just going to be taking a non-toxic glue stick and running it over your eyebrows, letting it dry, and then repeating the process a few times. Next, we're using the Lucci Pro FX bald cap, and I've already cut it to my face shape. And to apply this, we're going to be using the Mayron Spirit Gum, and make sure that you have Spirit Gum remover when using this. And we're going to be putting this wherever we want the bald cap to adhere to. And I'm starting out with just the forehead, and then we're going to work our way around and sticking the sides as well. I didn't cut it very good on the sides, and you can still see some of my hair poking through. Then I go and apply the neck portion. I should have cut this smaller as well, but I didn't, and you can still sort of see it at times. After that, I tried to apply some liquid latex over top of it to help blend into my skin, but I didn't actually really like how it looked, so I just did one layer only. And I made the mistake of putting it on my hair to smooth it down, and I am still regretting that. Here we're using the Wolf FX white face paint, and we're going to be putting this all over the face and the bald cap. We also want to be sure to include the ears. And oddly enough, the woman in the inspiration photo doesn't actually have any ears. I look frightening. Feeling like I'm looking a little bit more like this than the inspiration photo at the moment. Now we're going to be using the Crayola Modern Magic, and I'm using one full package and rolling it out like a pizza dough. Then applying Spirit Gum to the bald cap, and then applying the pizza dough clay to my head to make the Beehive honeycomb type design. After applying that, I'm using the Ben Nye Burns and Bruises wheel and using the yellow color and applying it all over the clay area. And here I'm putting down an orange color so that it is not just so yellow consistently over the whole thing. Now I'm using this little screw type instrument with a hexagon shaped head on it, and this is what I'm going to be using to create the pattern. I am very lightly pressing into the dough, and it's creating this sort of beehive type shape for me. You want to make sure that you're pressing in far enough to create an indent, but not too far to kind of rip the dough. And you just want to make the pattern go consistently all over the dough. Now we're using a light brown Mayron face paint, and I'm going to be filling in all the holes with this color. I start out with the light brown first, and we're going to go darker later to create more dimension. You want to be sure to fill in the whole bottom and the kind of walls of the shape, and we will be going in and blending out in a minute as well. The foam does stay in dough form for quite a while and can take hours to an entire day to actually dry. You would need to be careful if you're going to wear this out as sort of a costume, not to let it touch anything, and you'd be okay. That's why we used the spirit gum as well, to make sure that it wouldn't fall off and had something to adhere to. After filling in all the holes with the light brown, we're going to be going in with a Mayron dark brown face paint, and we're going to be doing this in a smaller area inside the holes, and this will start to create a look of dimension and look like the holes are going further into the head and make it look more dimensional. You want to be sure not to get it all over where you have the light brown, because you want some sort of shadowing and sort of a blending effect. Right now I'm just depositing the color, and then I will be going back in with a Q-tip to kind of diffuse the color and make it blend in together. And once we're done doing the dark brown, we will be moving into the black. You want to make sure that this is not overpowering the other colors. You want it to blend in to create a dimensional 3D type look. Right now I'm just putting a dot of the black color where I want the hole to sort of be the deepest, and then we will go out and blend it afterwards. After that, I go in with a little bit of the yellow to clean up some of the mistakes and where the color has reached onto the yellow part. And then I'm taking the orange color again, and I will be putting it back on, because after putting the yellow, some of the orange has been covered up. Next, using the same Model Magic, I am now putting the sort of rim of the beehive, and this is the part I liked least when I was doing it. I didn't really know how to correctly make it look like something was being cut into my head. This looks more like my skin has been kind of rolled up under itself and revealing the beehive underneath. To color this, I'm using the Burns and Blisters wheel from Bin Nye and just using a little bit of the pink. I kind of wanted it to look fleshy toned, but still sort of pink and disturbed. Next, using the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette, we're going to be going in with Fetish. And we're going to be making a very kind of ovally circle shape on the outer corners to create the same look as the inspiration photo. I'm keeping it very pigmented and sort of messy because the clown makeup usually is very messy and haphazard-like, especially when you look at most American Horror Story clowns. So I wanted to go with bold color, but not very precise of where I put it, just kind of wherever it went. Because of putting the white face paint before, it makes the makeup look a little bit more distressed, which usually I wouldn't like, but for a look like this, I think it gives it a little bit more character. And here for the lid area, I'm adding on some white eyeshadow, but I go back later and put some white face paint for a more bold white. Here I'm using the Rimmel Scandaleyes mascara, and I'm just putting it on my lashes, not in really rhyme or reason, because I'm going to be putting white face paint on top of that. I just wanted to make it look more bold with the mascara beforehand. And now we're going in with the white face paint on the lids. Now I'm using the Burns and Blisters wheel for the cream paint, and I'm creating the kind of clown paint makeup. Putting one large paint drip down the middle and one on top. And then one on each side of the bottom line. And I felt like these looked a little bit too triangular, and the ones in the inspiration photo looked a little bit more straight, so I took a little bit of white face paint and corrected it. For the fun part, we're going to be using gelatin that I created at home and then added yellow and red paint to create this honey color. And we're going to be dripping this over our head, letting it run down the side of the Beehive, and it's going to create a dripping honey type look. This is super fun to do, and I think it really brings this look together. After the gelatin has cooled, I started to put a little bit of spirit gum where I wanted my bee to go, and I created this bee with more model magic and paint. For the lips, I'm using this Face Atelier very burgundy color, and I'm going way crazy with the lines of my lips, creating a more exaggerated clown type look. And I tried to not make it look very precise here either, to match the rest of the makeup looking sort of previously done and worn in. And then I added a little bit of bright red lipstick in the middle. And that completes this American Horror Story cult inspired look. This look is very different, very interesting, and sort of odd, and that's what I really love about American Horror Story. If you guys haven't watched it yet, I highly suggest that you do. Let me know in the comments, for those of you who have watched it, what season is your favorite, and let me know what you guys think of this look down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.